Aries-Taurus, to your Astrodice reading for April. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Hope you guys had a beautiful Easter for those of you who celebrate Easter. Okay, let's get in here. Best message coming out. This is where we take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month, using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here and have some fun, guys. See what's going on. Best message. We have the moon coming out in the second house. Ooh, with some Scorpion energy. Okay, guys. So the moon coming out over here. We do have your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Getting deep over here. Also could be some secrets that you might be keeping to yourself. When it comes to the second house, could be the way you're moving around money, the way you're moving things. Okay, doing it Scorpion style. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. And going straight into that second house. Your assets, finances, and things that you value. Yep, there it is. Okay, so let's look at this just for a second here. There's some kind of deep emotional undercurrent this month, guys, when it comes to the second house. It's almost like you're not taking things at surface level because of the moon. You're feeling everything more intensely. There's going to be this intensified feeling when it comes to the second house. And then with this Scorpio energy coming in, it's bringing in this transformation. So you could be changing how you're handling situations, especially around trust controls, what you allow into your space. Like I said, there could be some secrets. Maybe it's the secrets of how you're moving your assets, maybe what you're buying, what you're maybe even saving money for. Maybe you don't want someone to know exactly what's going on when it comes to your assets, your finances. So focusing on your value, your money, your security. It's just like really truly matters to you when it comes to this second house, right? So let's get in here and get into the situation. We're getting into the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Going straight to the beginning of the month, we do have, show us what we got over here for Aries Taurus. The King of Cups in reverse. There's that emotions coming out in the moon to the Devil. With some 10 of Cups. Whoa. Definitely have some kind of emotional response going on over here. And when you have the 10 of Cups, it's like I'm going after my own happiness with the second house, right? But it's, there's this temptation. Definitely could be this temptation going on. So I do feel like something is tempting you. You could have this, new job opportunity that's tempting you. It might not be the best. Maybe it's some kind of side job, or you might have someone who is addicted to money. And for some of you, you might be hiding money. That could be that secret, right? A little bit of an emotional imbalance, but someone's not fully in control of their emotions, whether it's you or this person, right? Because I feel like no matter what, you're in this place of emotions, no matter what. But I feel like if you're connecting with this other person, which could be a Pisces, they could also not be attaching to their emotions in a healthy way, which could also, make you imbalanced to not be thinking things healthy as well. And even though there's this like desire for this happiness or emotional fulfillment, something here feels forced by the Devil over here, or tied to these patterns that aren't fully aligned. So if there's like some overspending of money, You might be trying to get yourself out of this trap. It feels like it could have been a trap. There's something that's about being trapped in a situation where I'm trying to get to my happiness, but it's not aligning. Okay. You could be forced into this situation also of a place that does not feel healthy. Looks like there's too many strings attached. Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate. Throw away. I'm just trying to throw out as many, different scenarios, guys, for you, okay? And if it's none of them and you know what it is, go ahead and go with your own. That's the whole idea. So let's go straight to the mid-month and see what's going on. Wanting something happy but tied to something that isn't fully healthy in the finances. Mid-month, please. We have the Hermit in reverse, the Five of Swords, to the Ace of Wands in reverse. Let's grab a couple clarifiers to see what's going on here. Clarify on this situation. I want to see the bigger picture here, especially for this mid-month over here. It does feel like there's this kind of trapped feeling. Ace of Swords to the Six of Swords in reverse. Well, I mean, right off the bat here, we do say, we do see this Ace of Swords. You guys see that? So there is some truth that's going to come out of this situation in the mid-month. It's not going to move exactly where you feel like you need to move, so you're still going to feel like you're stuck with some kind of delay. So there's definitely some conflict or lack of direction in the mid-month. In your second house, someone is avoiding going within. So whether it's, I feel like it's you who's avoiding going within, which leads to this tension and this miscommunication or agreement. Or, miscommunication. It could be them as well. You could say, well, why didn't you step back and see where I'm coming from? Either that or it's you who says, I'm going to step back. I need to step back, but I don't want to because I don't see it working. I feel like it's Aries-Taurus. I think it's you who doesn't want to step back and actually see this and go within because you feel so much blockage. Because the conflict is like, so there, you might have this sneakiness. Look at the sneakiness is coming underneath the devil. So I do feel like you are dealing with someone who is affecting your second house and there's no movement, whether it's the boss or it's a loved one, right? Although, like I said earlier, the Ace of Swords is here. I mean, this clarity does come in, but it brings this realization that the situation still isn't fully resolving or moving out yet. The feeling I kind of get is it's kind of like damned if I do or damned if I don't scenario. Because even if I went inside and try to figure out how to do this, they still want conflict with me, or this conflict is not going to end this way. I have to figure out something bigger to get to my 10 of Cups, something that's going to give me emotional joy. It's like all the joy has been completely drained out of you. For some of you, it's debt. It's like I can't step into this, and no matter what I'm doing, I can't get rid of this debt. It's almost like if I have this huge debt, I have this huge bill, right? Like a hospital bill or whatever. No matter what I'm going at, I can't slice through this. I can't make enough money to be able to pay this off. I can't keep enough money in my pocket to pay this car payment. However it is. So there's something here that's saying, even if I clearly do realize what the bigger picture is, it's almost like I feel like I can't win. I think the secret is these secret emotions that you're keeping within yourself and not revealing. how you're really truly maybe feeling about this situation. And if you're dealing with a partner, it's like the two of you cannot come to an understanding because you're both holding on to this conflict, which causes toxicity within the relationship. So it's not resolving itself. It's like trying to find that needle in a haystack to get this done. Where do we start? How is it going to go? Okay, so let's see how the end of the month is going to work here. Ten of Swords in reverse. There it is, that devil again. Coming clean. Seven of Swords in reverse to the Empress. Well, I like the Empress there. Let's grab some clarifiers real quick and look at this situation. Well, at least the Two of Wands on the Empress over here. Not fighting it. It feels like you're not fighting it as much as you did before. There's a recovery and a truth coming out from this situation at the end of the month. It's almost like the situation that was so difficult is starting to improve, slowly but surely. This also allows you to step back into your power and focus on yourself and create something more stable. There's still going to be this decision that needs to be made about the direction that you're moving forward in. But at least you're rethinking things. You're looking at things and things are becoming clearer. There's that clearness over here. And it's almost like the more you're focused on this clearness, the more in the end of the month it's becoming more clear. It's like coming down. So you're definitely starting to regain your balance, but you're still trying your hardest over here, Aries, Taurus, to figure out which direction to take next. That's like the way it's going to end the month in the second house, is which way is going to be the best way. So you do definitely have a different mindset on how things are coming together. Okay. And looking at the end of the, going into May over here, it looks like you do have the Three of Wands, which is good because you went from the Two of Wands straight to the Three of Wands. So now you're preparing the progress. You're seeing things moving in the direction that you want to move in, at least for something more stable, at least for something that can help, something that looks positive, something that looks like it's, there's this huge possibility. It's no longer feeling like this is just toxic conflict. So definitely expanding. You're still going to feel like you're doing it all. Okay, you're still going to feel burdened. You're still going to feel a little burned out, but at least you're putting yourself back into a different direction. Saying this could possibly help. There could be some recovery. Feeling that truth, focusing on this planning and moving forward. At least now you're going to feel like you have a better plan instead of just being stuck in a box and feeling like nothing's going to ever work. You're going to be rethinking the approach, but there's that keeping it a secret. For some of you, it's this secret mindset. And maybe if it's your partners, because maybe they're not working with you. So it's almost like, for some of you, it's almost like, well, if you don't work with me, then I'll just do it myself, right? Sometimes that does happen. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.